just a red light back there. So, yeah, the components are all high-end components. I'm shocked that they can sell bike that cheap. So my only thoughts about that, maybe they're selling it so cheap to get it out of the marketplace. In a couple of years, we're starting.
Where's Charlie?
Oh, sure.
He's not here, but
On
he's
Zoom? What's that, Charlie? Can you hear us?
I'm right here. I'm on Zoom.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Hey,
How's everybody doing?
Well, thank you.
Good.
It is 6 o'clock. I'll call this January 4th Board of Adjustment meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mitchell? Present. Matee?
Here.
Hyland?
Here.
Polish? Bash.
Here. All right. Next on the agenda, we'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda for tonight.
So moved.
Second. All right, motion by Jane, second by Lee, sorry. All in favor, say aye.
Okay.
Hi.
Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our January Board of Adjustment meeting.
So moved. Second it.
Motion by Lee, second by Jane.
That makes it easy.
All in favor, say aye.
Hi.
New business. Consider a request from Scott Houston for a rear yard setback variance for a property located at 1313 Stephen Court.
So this is a variance request for a property located at 1313 Stephen Court. The applicant is Scott Houston, who is in the audience today. They're requesting a variance request to the minimum required rear yard setback. The minimum required setback is currently 35 feet. The proposed would be 29 feet, which would be a variance of 6 feet from the required 35. 1313 Stephen Court is located within the Court Heights Plat 4 subdivision and is lot 115. This lot is shown it's that corner lot with the yellow and purple. The highlighted portions show building setbacks in the building envelope, which is the area of which the building could be located on. The yellow shows the required 30-foot front yard setback, as well as the 18-foot required side yard setback. The property does currently conform to these setbacks. The purple shows the required rear yard setback. As you can see, the building envelope depth ranges between 15 feet and 50 feet. When you compare this to other lots within the subdivision, the building envelope depth is much greater than that. And typically they don't vary to that degree. The lot directly to the west has a depth of approximately 69 feet. Is 19 feet greater than the largest depth on lot 115. The above images show general plans should the variance request be approved. These are also provided as attachments in the agenda packet. The image to the left shows building elevations with the proposed addition, and the image to the right shows a rough site plan drawing of where this addition would be located. At this time, staff is recommending approval of the variance request.
Does the applicant wish to speak on the behalf?
I can if I need to. I mean, did you folks? Did you also see the submissions? I went around to all my neighbors. I got 7 or 8 of my neighbors all, I call it an affidavit. They all signed it. Basically, the gist of it, we have a deck on the back. It's not a permanent structure. The room is going to be the exact same size. I'm going to put a full basement underneath it. And so that's basically it. I asked for a 6-foot variance, and that would be very considerate on if I had a 2-foot soffit, which is probably so. It's really more like a 4 or 5 foot. Reality, I'm asking for, but I was 6 to be the conservative side. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's basically it. We've lived there for 30 years. Want to stay there and just want to make a house grow. Our growing family, kids, someday. They're all long-term neighbors also.
And there was just one,
Yeah, so we only had received one public comment unless Charlie had spoke on the phone, and Charlie, you can speak to this if you had. But the only one that I had received was through email today. And I'll read it off. My only concern is the water runoff. Right now I get runoff from the two properties east of me. When we get heavy rains, the runoff through both of these properties east of me and drains in my yard. This has been an ongoing issue for years and nothing has been done about it. So don't want an increase of runoff with this addition. Otherwise, I have no objection. And this is in June Rouse at 1004 Caroline Terrace.
Is that the one, that would be like K Thomas is right south, just south of me. Is that the house right next to there?
Southwest.
I think
So
it's-
2 blocks over.
or off the
west.
corner.
Or off the corner? Yeah, I'm not changing anything with the lay of water flow will be. I mean, my house was a walkout when it was built the way it was. I'm not changing anything that would redirect any water flow. But his concern is good. When it rains, yeah, it does. There is going down through that lot line, there is a river that can run down through there, but I can't do anything about it. My sump, I have buried all the way around and it dumps out in the storm sewer by code and things like that. So I could understand, and appreciate his concern, but I can't think of the work the request I'm asking for to have any variance or change on this.
In the storm sewer.
Not the sanitary sewer, the storm sewer.
Got it. Yep.
Yes. No, I dug it around. Yeah, that was a fun job. Nope, that's all I got.
On
Yes,
the,
ma'am.
and you probably will be able to answer it, but on the amount of green space you have to have within the yard, does it equal, does he have plenty of room? It looks like it from the picture.
It, we haven't required calculations off of that, but if it was submitted in the building plans and it was determined that they didn't have the 20% minimum open space, then they would need a variance for that as well.
So it must be okay.
Yeah, so if it was determined at that point, like they would have to come back for a variance for that as well, but.
I'm willing to take that chance. My wife knows the yard. There's quite a bit of yard.
There's,
Well, I mean, it looks like
Yeah,
it.
there's-
We discussed it at a previous meeting on that plot of land. And I just wondered, it wasn't, and I just know that you have an outside building also. And so I just did, and a drive. And so I just didn't know if there was plenty of green space.
Yeah, and for the record, for single family, we only require 20% open space, so I would expect that this one would meet it. I haven't done the calculations, but just looking at it, I would be somewhat surprised if it didn't meet it.
Okay, I would just think we'd inform him of that before he'd start any project to know about it ahead of time.
My other question is if I get the yay from you, I can talk to Emily and Mr. Little. Is that his name, Tim? Yeah, talk to you a little about moving ahead, correct?
Yeah,
If they say yes.
yeah, we're
I'm done.
the folks who can let you go onto the building permit phases.
What's that?
So we're the folks who can say yes to you moving on to the building permit phases. Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns from board members?
pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it does.
Well, in that case, I'll entertain a motion on this item.
Move the city Indianola Board of Adjustment approves the request as submitted.
I will second that.
Motion by Lee, second by Amy. Roll call, please.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Matee, Whalen,
Yes.
Yes.
You're all set.
So I got the yay, I got the
Yay.
Right.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
On to new business B, re-election of officers. I have to resign. I bought a house. So we're moving to Des Moines. So that's what triggered that. But
I was gonna say, we just did this last time.
Yeah.
Voted you in, left.
Yeah.
it happened kind of quick.
Well, congratulations, but we hate to lose you.
I know. I talked to Charlie about this too. He's like, I know what that means.
And Renee was the chair.
But no, what we do in Waukee is the planning commissioners, what they tend to do is if you miss the meeting where you're being, where the election of officers is, they'll just go and
Vote you
put
in.
you in it.
Mhm.
But, you know,
I was going a little bit different, but same result.
Yeah, and knowing that Renee is not here, we can push it to next month too, just to verify she's okay with it.
Yeah.
She would just run the meeting next time as the vice chair, and we can do that. That's fine with us, but I'll let the board decide on that.
I think that's a good idea to have.
Because you'll need to have somebody else added to the board.
Yep, so we're in the process of searching for another position. And if you know of anybody who might be interested, please let us know. With gender balance, we need to attempt for it to be a male. So that would be helpful, but if we've extinguished other options and we can only find a female, that works as well too, so.
their motion to continue the election of officers to the next meeting.
I will make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Amy, second by Jane. All in favor to continue this motion to the next meeting?
Aye.
Aye. Any comments from staff?
Yeah, really quick, and I just, you guys went really fast on the item there, and that's fine, but I was doing the quick calculation on that house, and it looks like they've got about 60% open space on that, so we're not going to run into an issue there. Like I said, looking at it, it seemed like it was more than enough, and that's just very high level. I didn't take out, a lot of things, but we should be good there. So and other than that, I just want to thank Bill for his time on the Board of Adjustment. I've been here for over 4 years, and Bill, I think you've been there pretty much the whole time. So in chair for, was it 2 years, or is this, you were 1 year plus now? So no, I've appreciated it. Bill and I have similar backgrounds in education. I don't know if you know this, Bill's a planner for the city of Waukee, so he knows what he's doing, and it's some expertise that we're going to miss for sure, but completely understand it and happy for him that he's getting closer to his job and able to get a home and all of that stuff. So
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun serving on this board. So thanks for having me, and good to work with all you guys.
You.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We'll miss you.
Any comments from board members here? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second that one.
Motion by Lee, second by Amy. All in favor, say aye.
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 thank you all. Have a good night.
Thanks,
Charlie.
Charlie. You too.
Where